Hey guys, if you're new here and you like what I'm putting out, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you never miss an upload. So, Mighty Morphin Issue number 7, overall, it was an okay issue. I enjoyed it quite a fair bit, but I think my expectations were a little high going into this issue from all the previews and my speculation and theories with what I thought might happen in this issue. But what we got, I'm totally fine with, because it's setting up for other stuff later down the line in these two comic series. And I get the feeling later down the line, Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers are going to come together, and it's going to lead up to one big battle with the Imperials. And I don't know what to predict, I don't know what to think, but there's a lot to talk about with this issue, so let's talk about Mighty Morphin Issue number 7. So the issue opens up in flashback like we've been getting in the past couple of issues, and it opens up with Zolfram, Zordon, and Zardius finding an alien race in the Moon Palace worshipping the Zeo Crystal. Now, I love this because it ties into the lore of the TV show, because the Zeo Crystal in the TV show was introduced to be hidden by an ancient alien race from the M51 galaxy, and they hid the Zeo Crystal in the Caves of Deception underneath the Moon Palace. And this ties into that. You've got a alien race, a strange alien race, who are worshipping the Zeo Crystal, hiding it underneath the Moon Palace. And I have no idea what this alien race is about, because you don't hear him speak, or you don't see him speak, because they try to speak, but their speech bubbles are coloured in, so they're trying to say something, but the readers and Zordon and his group cannot understand what they're trying to say. But what's also very interesting about this alien race is they can turn an apple, they can turn a seed into an apple and stuff like that. So I have no idea if these people are the Imperials, or they're a different alien race. They could have evolved into the Imperials. There's so much speculating you can do with this alien race that we meet in this issue. And I'm hoping next month we can continue what this alien race is about. So after the flashback, we jump back into the present, where we've got our Rangers and Candace confronting the Green Ranger and Goldar, and things don't look good for our Rangers, where they're forced to split up. We've got Aisha, Tommy, and Candace doing their own thing, and then you've got Rocky, Adam, and Kimberly, who get captured, or they decide to turn themselves in to Matt and Goldar. And they don't really explain why Matt and Goldar are working together, but we do explain it later down the line in the issue, and we'll get into that in a bit. So after that thing, we cut back to the command center where Zordon and Billy are talking, and Billy's really worried about everyone else being on the battlefield, and he's not there for him. And Zordon gives him some wisdom, saying soldiers are like birds, you gotta teach them to flap their wings and they'll fly eventually, and we'll see what happens. But then after that, it gets even more interesting, where a familiar face we've seen in Flashback Land makes a grand return, and that is Zardius. But I should talk about, before Zardius appears, we also learn that Zolfram, one of the soldiers we've seen in Flashback Land, passed away many years ago. And I'm under huge speculation that one of these guys, probably Zolfram, because he's the one who was confirmed dead, is Lord Zedd. But we learned that he was an excellent soldier. He rushed into battle, he always came out on top and stuff like that. But I'm curious to learn more about Zolfram and Zardius, or how Zolfram died, because I feel like there's more to that story than Zordon is telling. So Zardius shows up, and Zardius is like, hey Zordon, long time no see. They crack a few jokes, but Zardius is like, hey, we gotta talk about real shit going on. There's these things called the Imperials, and they're not good. They're destroying planets all across the galaxy, wiping them out. Nothing we do slows them down. Even Eltarians have lost their lives. And Zordon's response is, hey, we're Eltarians, we've dealt with overwhelming odds before, we can do this, and I'm a servant to Eltar, I can help in any way I can. And Zardius is like, hey, I'm glad you feel that way, because I'm on my way to Earth now, we're gonna deal with Lord Zedd, and we're gonna bring you guys into our alliance. And Zordon's like, Earth, are you sure? These creatures are so young, are you sure they'll be able to handle you guys showing up? And Zardius responds with, we're running out of time, and I want your Power Rangers to help me destroy the Imperials, and I want you to come home. So, Yeah, that's a really interesting note to leave on with these characters. So Zardia's coming back is a big reveal because we did learn that one of them was alive last week, and we learned that one of them was killed off this week, and we're seeing that Eltarian here. Now, what he's planning? No idea, but they've teased in future issues that it's going to change how the comic is viewed, or it's going to change the events going down later down the line. So they're teasing something big. I'm guessing a huge battle between all these people showing up on the battlefield that's going to change how it is. But I'm excited. Zardius looks cool. If we see him like go toe to toe with Zedd, and my theory is correct that he's an Eltarian, that's also going to be cool as well. So once again, brand new thing coming into play with the comics, and I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. So here's when things get weird. You think with Lord Zedd taking over Angel Grove, things would be in a more destructive state. People would be panicking, people would be enslaved. That doesn't seem to be the case here. What we get is someone getting mugged, they have their purse getting taken, and a flea monster called Fleeko jumps out of nowhere, slams the robber to the ground, and returns the purse to the old lady. So in Lord Zedd's brand new dome, we've got people and monsters working together. I mean, you've got a couple of panels where you see putties working on construction with Finster. You've got Babu planting trees with humans, and putties are helping as well. Like, he's created this utopia, this harmony between monsters and people, and it's not something I was expecting. It caught me way off guard, and it's a very interesting sight to see. So, hey, the visual is really cool. I mean, you've got the construction putties. They look, I want to say, adorable. Them lifting weights, or them lifting bricks, slabs of bricks. That's pretty cool. And yeah, they're just living in harmony. Like, humans seem to be okay by the looks of things, and that's very interesting. So after that, we then cut back to Promethea, and there's a really fun joke in here where Goldar's using his sword to poke Rocky and make him move faster, and Rocky's like, poke me again, see what happens. And the next answer from Goldar is just him poking him back, saying, poke, and that was a fun gag. They got a laugh out of me reading that. So we understand why Grace did the things they did, and you can understand her reasoning, but then you got to understand why she did the things she did, and she did it because their allies skipped town and left people to fend the wolves off alone. So Grace said someone had to step up and save Angel Grove, and Kimberly replies with, you didn't really save it, you kind of just sacrificed it to Lord Zedd. And Grace responds with another kind of logical answer, or logical for her point, saying, because all I see are survivors, ones with access to technology that is helping rebuild the city, not simply destroying it. You may not like Lord Zedd, but he's given us far more than Zordon ever has. So Lord Zedd is helping Angel Grove with his technology, which is an interesting thing. Like I said earlier, you've got people planting plants and buildings being constructed. Like, Lord Zedd is helping them build this utopia, which we'll get into later on the final page, because Lord Zedd goes into detail with that answer later down the line. So after that, our three heroes, Candace, Aisha, and Tommy, find the White Tiger Zord and they reactivate it. And I really did like the page when they're reactivating it, because you've got the citizens of Angel Grove who have turned into a photo op where they're taking photos around it like tourists. That got a laugh out of me. But we also have this one page before this all goes down, and that is Candace trying to find Bulk and Skull. Well, she finds them, but you don't see her confront them, where she lies and says she couldn't find them. So the panel where you do see her around the corner, where she notices them, she's biting her lip, she's unsure how she wants to tell Skull everything that's going down. So yeah, that's something, and I'm curious what's going to happen when these two characters have to say goodbye. So that is definitely foreshadowing and leading into something later down the line between those two characters. So Tommy activates the White Tiger Zord and has a plan to destroy the force field with the White Tiger Zord, but unfortunately the Lord Zedd Chaos Party, or the Chaos Party, comes back and starts fighting the Tiger Zord. And while this is going on, everyone back at Promethea is watching, and Kimberly tries to reason with Matt, saying, I understand why Grace would do this, but not you. I'm begging you, Matt, please stop this. And Matt just apologizes where he says, Kim, I'm sorry. And without any of a second thought, Kim sucker punches Matt right in the face, calling him a coward. It is something. So yeah, they got a laugh out of me seeing Matt get sucker punched in the face. And I'm sure a lot of Matt haters are going to enjoy that panel where Kimberly punches the dude right in the face. I'm sure a lot of people are hoping it's going to be Tommy, but it was Kimberly in this issue. So yeah, you got that. So after that, Lord Zedd rocks up and he's like, hey, what do you think of my utopia I created? And Kimberly says, this is more of a prison. And Lord Zedd has this really interesting response saying, I didn't create the shield to keep people in. I did it to free them from your tyranny. This is my gift to you. Humanity has been drawn into a conflict that has nothing to do with it. Your soldiers in a war you did not start. And I love that mindset because that is a really interesting mindset. That is like the best mindset of looking at it because, yeah, the people of Angel Grove, people around the world, they do get brought into this war between the evil space aliens and the Rangers. And that sometimes there's casualties, sometimes there's damage from those battles they do. They're drawn into a war that doesn't involve them. So just shield them out and make sure they don't get involved. So that does make sense with what Lord Zedd has planned. It's pretty fucked up, but I understand where he's coming from. So Lord Zedd gives our heroes an ultimatum, a deal, a bargain, saying, hey, I'll leave Earth right now, I'll never step foot on it again, and you'll never see or hear from me ever again if you give me one thing. And that thing is Zordon of Eltar. And that's where the issue ends, saying, I'm offering you peace, it's up to you if you want to take it, and that's where the issue ends. So, yeah, that's a crazy cliffhanger to end on, where Lord Zedd is offering the Rangers to hand over Zordon, I nearly said Zoltar, but yeah, he's saying, hey, hand over Zordon, I nearly said it again, hand over Zordon and I'll leave and you'll never hear or see from me ever again. But with Zardius and everyone else showing up, there seems to be something else going on with this deal. Are these two characters secretly working together? Are they not secretly working together? I don't know, but this plan of Lord Zedd is very interesting, and you can't trust the dude, He's probably going to double cross the Rangers and do something. But whatever he's got planned, I freaking love it, and that was a crazy cliffhanger to end on with this issue. Anyway guys, I think that's going to bring my review / my discussion / my mini recap of Mighty Morphin issue number 7 to a close. What did you guys think of the issue? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you have any predictions on where you think this comic is going to go next? Who can you trust? Who can you not trust? I'd love to hear all your thoughts and opinions. With that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, share this video around on social media, all that stuff. Special thanks to all the members such as Swagger4. If you want to get your name shouted out at the end of a video like Swagger4 over here, become a Zord tier member or higher for special perks on the channel and stuff like that. With that said, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.